This is the dark legal method that no credit bureau wants you to know on how to get literally anything taken off your credit report. I'm not joking. I have gotten 12 inquiries as well as a closed account off of my report within the last 3 weeks using this exact method I'm going to be teaching you today. Not only am I going to be teaching you exactly how to use it, I'm also going to be teaching you an easy method that you can use to get a $10,000 credit card limit within the next 6 months, and then you can actually never pay it back again if you're mean enough to not want to. And how you can get away with never paying it back if you're mean enough to not want to. Because fun fact, the credit system is entirely rigged and it's so paper thin and it's entirely dependent on you being nice enough to pay back your debt. If you're not nice enough, then you can just tell them to fuck off. Which is why if you have any medical debt, shoot me an email and I'm gonna help you get that off for completely free because that shit is fucked and I'm tired of it. The entire credit system is reliant on us being nice to these bureaus that scam us daily. And for me, I think it's about time that we put the power back to the people. So if you guys want to do that, make sure you guys go ahead and have the power to actually sit through the entire length of this video because I am going to be teaching you everything that you want to know. So make sure you guys go ahead and sit down and actually pay attention. You can put this video on 2x speed if you really want to. I talk fast though. Repeat it if you feel the need and come back to it if you feel the need to. But with that all being said, guys, we're just going to jump right into it. But as always, thank you for watching. So first thing, the big question, is it legal to take things off my report? Even maliciously so? The answer is yes, except for one case, which I'll talk about near the end of this video. So make sure you guys don't do that one case. So you're gonna make sure to stick till the end of this video so I can actually explain the full thing to you. Essentially, this is really weird to say, but a credit report is not a financial document. So the question is, well, what is a financial document? That would be a bank or a loan application or anything like that, or a rent agreement. These things are considered financial documents. So if you lie on them, like let's say put in the wrong date of birth, put in the wrong name, put in the wrong SSN, put in the wrong any of these, it is illegal to do that. Especially since it's you doing it for some reason, it's considered fraud. So I would not do that. Do not lie on financial applications, but you can lie on your credit report. Now, I'm not telling anybody to lie. This video is strictly for educational purposes only. Check out the free guide down below if you want everything that I can't really say here on YouTube. But just to make sure any credit bureau watching this is completely educational. If you take down this video, it's in violation of that. So don't. So we want to get something off of your credit report. How do we do that? There's 2 ways to do it. Number 1, you file a dispute, which do not file a dispute. I swear to God, if anybody watches this video and goes to, I'm gonna go to the Equifax website and I'm gonna hit file a dispute with them. Don't. Maybe with an inquiry, but anything that's real, not file a dispute. And here's why. Number 1, it's a lot easier to respond to an online dispute than the other thing I'm going to teach you a little bit later, because they can literally just go in, click around and just be like, oh yeah, that's a dispute. Plus, they're expecting the dispute. So if we want to actually screw over these banks, then we got to do the thing that they're not expecting, which is sending in a real 504 investigation letter. A 504 investigation letter is a physical handwritten letter requesting an investigation about a specific thing on your credit report. And according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act of 2023, you are entitled to file as many of these as you want. Now, there's 2 main reasons. I wouldn't really worry about the others, but there's 2 good reasons why you would file one to get something off, let's say an inquiry off your report. Number 1 is fraud. This is when we're claiming that, hey, I didn't do this. And obviously this is fraud, so they're probably gonna have to take it seriously. But for me personally, I don't usually go with the fraud option. Unless it's the only option, I usually go with the second option, which is false information. So going back to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which I would recommend you guys take a read for yourself because it's good information to know, but I'll summarize it for you. If there is anything on your credit report that does not match your actual personal information, even down to very specifics, because it's not very, like, it did not give the credit bureaus a lot of room to breathe there, you can get it taken off your report. So for example, if something on your credit report doesn't have your middle initial, therefore it's false information. If it does have your middle initial, it's not supposed to have your middle initial, therefore it's false information. You see what I mean? Now, obviously, do not maliciously create false information for the sake of getting out of something in the future. This is illegal. Don't do that. But a lot of the times these credit bureaus are going to screw up about some kind of specific thing. A lot of the times you're going to find it's in the end of the zip code. So you can download your credit report. I would recommend Credit Dyno, which you guys go ahead and sign up with the link down below. You'll go ahead and be supporting the channel. And they also include 24/7 credit monitoring. So whenever you get a new thing on your credit report, you'll get an instant email about it. So I would recommend using them if you guys are interested in actually tracking your credit report and using this method, because you do need to read it, because you do need to actually have this for what I'm going to be talking about. So let's say you find some false information on your report. Basically what you're going to do is that you're going to write the credit bureau a letter, and this is important, you're going to send them the letter with certified mail. Certified mail is essentially a way for the US postal system to track when something is actually sent and when it is delivered. And there is actually physical evidence of this because, again, they sent it with certified mail. However, you might not have to send it with certified mail. Free guide down below for that full explanation. I would generally recommend using certified mail though, but you can kind of get away with it just by, free guide. I'll explain that in the free guide. I'll explain that. No, I'm not gonna say that. Saying, hey, this is false information. But if you do not have any false information for that particular thing, and again, this applies for everything. This applies for closed accounts. This applies for inquiries. This applies for whatever. What you can do is then just claim fraud. Now, in the free guide down below, I have a full way of claiming fraud. However, when it comes to claiming fraud in your credit report, for the love of God, do not file a police report. That is illegal. If you file a police report, I can't help you. I'm telling you right now, do not file a police report, because falsifying a police report is illegal, just like falsifying a financial document. You can just claim fraud and just say, I don't remember doing this. That's not illegal. You're allowed to do that. It's within your rights. And here's why you want to send with certified mail. Is because if these credit bureaus do not respond to your investigation request within 30 days, which you have proof because you sent it with certified mail, because you have proof now because you sent it with certified mail, therefore the whole thing has to be wiped. So what this means in practicality is that if you send a letter and they do not respond within 30 days, they have to wipe it off your credit report. It does not matter what it is. Now, this is very useful because again, we sent with certified mail. If you don't want to send with certified mail, because it does cost about 20 bucks to send a letter for the certified mail, again, free guide down below. I check it out. I got a method there. It's legal that you can use it. And then boom, just like that. That's the dark method to literally get anything off of your credit report. Now, I talked about in the beginning of the video how to get a $10,000 credit limit really, really easily. What I would highly recommend is that I would recommend you guys just get the Discovered It's Secured card, pay about $200, make an account with them. Before you guys apply for it, if you have bad or no credit, I'd recommend creating an account with them, depositing $250, and then applying for the secured card. After that, spend a little bit more than $10 a month on it, and then set up auto pay and just immediately pay it off. Do not miss a payment. That's essential. Part of the reason why we're putting in the $250, but the real reason why we put the $250 into the bank is just to prove that, hey, I'm going to be a customer with you. You don't end up being, but we're just saying that you're going to be. And then after that, I would recommend downloading the free guide in the description down below, which will show you a list of cards that you can then go ahead and apply for. That will get you at least a $5,000 to $10,000 credit limit. Plus, if you guys check out that free guide, it is literally everything that I've learned in the past 3 years of running my credit repair agency compressed into one little document that you guys can use for literally anything you want. You could take that $10,000 limit that I'll show you how to get. You could fuck it off on Balenci if you really wanted to. You could get a condo, use a service like Rent Affinity, which link down below, to report a couple years on your credit history, which then you would get approved of for whatever condo you want and then rent it on Airbnb. That's a pretty easy way to flip that kind of money. You could also put a down payment on a Scat Pack or a Lambo and then rent it on something like Turo, which fully insures the car. And full guide for the full explanation how to do this could actually invert this money and turn it into more money. Now, this is a method only for the insane. I personally have not done it, but I do know people that have done it. And basically all you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to any website. There's a ton of them. Just do a little bit of research. It depends on the state. Look up websites to buy aged corporations or LLCs. And you're going to want to buy a corporation that, one, has years on the business, also has years of tax returns, and at least a couple decades long bank account, as well as some payment history. So once you have those 4 things, you can apply for basically any business credit card you want. I'd recommend the Amex Business Platinum because of all the travel benefits. And then you can just do whatever you want with it. You could also get the gold one and get a little bit more points, but I prefer the travel benefits, and you can just get both. You can also get any Amex Platinum card after using the method I've already taught you, because if you guys go ahead and do everything that I've taught you, it's a lot of fun if you actually know how to work it. So if you guys want the full in-depth explanation of how to work it, check out the free guide down below, as well as making sure to consider subscribing to the channel, because as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a good day.